Yogendra Yadav has got the number right or Prashant Kishor?
I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. BJP would either be close or will somewhere like around 240, 250 seats in that range.
Mr. Verma, who's getting it right? First, let's start the discussion. Who is getting the numbers right? Prashant Kishor or Yogendra Yadav?
Karthikeya, I have slight objection to the question itself, because you guys are always interested in the numbers without knowing the philosophy behind the numbers. And since I have worked with Yogen for about 2 decades, I know how serious a psephologist he is. And I am very surprised that now, after having become a politician, he is giving these kind of numbers. Earlier, he would not give these kind of numbers so long as he was an academician. But now he's a hybrid. So I must tell you 2 things before to make this question interesting and understandable to your viewers. How do you get the numbers? That's an important question. It's not important whether Prashant is right or Yogendra is right. The issue is, how do you get the numbers? Since I have worked for a very long in the domain, I can say that there are 2 ways of getting the numbers. One is the empirical study that you do all over the country in each and every constituency, in sampled constituency, of course. And then the data that you accumulate, the aggregate data, that the survey data that you derive, from there you draw a pointer, and that is only a pointer, that is one. And so far as the data conversion into seat is also very problematic, because we have the first past the post system. You can win by 1 vote and you can win by margin of 1 lakh vote. And therefore the aggregate data share hasn't any definite correlation with the number of seats. That is one. The second thing is that how do you get the numbers is through your information, talking to people. And when you talk to the people, there is a tendency to talk to the people who are on the same wavelength as you are. And therefore, they will give you always their biased opinion about what is happening in this constituency. So either way, both the practices will not give you a credible number. And therefore, I suspect that neither Yogen nor Prashant is getting it right, probably.
Oh, you're saying again it's somewhere in the middle. Ajit, who is getting it right?
Okay, let me also confess with, like Anil Verma, I am a classmate of Yogendra Yadav. We did our MA together.
I think I need to speak to my guest coordination guy. I really need to speak to him now.
I have worked with him since 1995 on elections. Anil Verma was also a part of the team. Prashant, I know more because he's a fellow Bihari. We have talked on the phone several times, at least once, 1.5 hours long conversation when I called him for the Bihar State of the State Conclave for India Today. So let me tell you what is very interesting here. Neither of them has either any kind of exit poll data or any kind of pre-election survey data with them other than the ones in the public domain, which all of us know, right?